Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey here. We're going to break down a whole bunch of stuff going on around the Dallas Cowboys here. Some noteworthy news items have started here for the Dallas Cowboys. Daryl Worley has been released. That's the significant one here for the Dallas Cowboys, one of two players that have now been cut today. We'll get to Dontari Poe here in just a second. Maybe not the world's biggest surprise in the end for the Dallas Cowboys. We mentioned this earlier today that the Cowboys had been actively shopping Daryl Worley and Dontari Poe. They were unable to find a trade partner. There were accusations of Worley going rogue within the Dallas Cowboys scheme. Simply put, he had not played particularly well, was targeted just 11 times this year, and had gotten absolutely roasted to the tune of a fairly embarrassing 175 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just the 1 pass breakup. So Worley is out. He is no longer a member of the Dallas Cowboys. So your depth chart now looks a little bit more like this for the Cowboys. AWUZIE, he leads the way here. Injured, we'll talk more about him in just a second. I think he might be coming back in the pretty near future, which is a very good sign for the Dallas Cowboys. On top of that, you have Trevon Diggs, who's played inconsistent, but he's been good this year. Anthony Brown, Reggie Robinson, I'll put this as a corner secondary player. We'll discuss in a second. Jordan Lewis as well. Worley had been benched. This is not the most significant loss for the Cowboys. He simply had not been very good. What I hope this means here, as I come on screen for the first time in my solo production here behind the scenes at Chat Sports, I hope this means the Cowboys utilize Reggie Robinson more than what they've been doing, which was to say they hadn't played him at all. He was a cornerback by trade out of Tulsa. A lot of people, myself included, said, hey, he might be able to play safety. He kind of made the position switch over to safety, and I think it was going fine in terms of it was going to be more of a redshirt year. But your season's over. If I'm the Cowboys, I think it's pretty clear. Go ahead and play Reggie Robinson a little bit more, because to be quite honest, what's the downside here? He's bad too. The entire secondary is bad. So you guys can get your votes in here. Should Robinson play more? 1 for yes or 0 for no. Now, part of the reason why I feel better about where the Cowboys are at in terms of potential injuries and all of that, and the release of Daryl Worley, simply put, he's going to come back soon. The Cowboys are going to be able to get AWUZIE back in the very near future, and that is a big deal for the team because, simply put, they miss him. I mean, they clearly miss him in a significant way. We'll see if he's able to play this week. Maybe he's in a limited role, but AWUZIE is a major upgrade over Worley. So in terms of on-the-field stuff, that is a plus for the Cowboys. A reminder that we do have our special giveaway going on right now for the Dallas Cowboys via our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code that you see on your screen. It's a very simple Cowboys 125. You put down $100, they're going to give you an extra 125 for free. And for new BetUS customers only, we will hook you guys up with a Cowboys jersey. Email us, cowboys@chatsports.com, if you want in on that deal. All right, the other expected release here was one Dontari Poe. We mentioned this again on our video this morning. It should not come as a surprise to anyone because Dontari Poe was not playing good football. He had been bad. Now, his past 2 games, or at least his past game against Washington, I thought was a little bit better. I don't know how much that's really saying. He hadn't had a tackle since week 4. This doesn't save a lot of money this season for the Cowboys. I believe Dontari Poe is subject to vested veteran pay, which guarantees his entire base salary. Even if it's not, you're looking at maybe $1 million. Next year, though, it saves you $4 million. And of course, I do wonder if maybe Poe and Worley were some of the unnamed veterans who had expressed some discontent within the Cowboys locker room and were upset with the way things were going and complained to the media. Look, one pressure this year, his pressure rate was 0.75%. That's not a misspeak here. 0.75, less than 1% of Dontari Poe's pass rushes resulted in a pressure. That is unacceptable. That is embarrassing for the Dallas Cowboys. Now we move ahead and look at the defensive line depth chart here. Neville Gallimore, I think, is primed to play a little bit more. Tyrone Crawford, to be quite honest, more or less got benched in this most recent game. I think that's pretty darn significant for the Dallas Cowboys. The other flip side of this here is that I think this frees up more playing time for one Justin Hamilton and Gallimore, who we'll discuss. I think Antoine Woods, in reality, is now your starter for the Cowboys. So get your votes in here, and I'll make this the pinned comment as well. So if you get that ad break, scroll on down and go ahead and get your votes in. Was cutting Poe and Worley the right move for the Dallas Cowboys? Ideally, you would have been able to find a trade partner. And no one wanted him. Daryl Worley got benched on one of the worst secondaries in the NFL, and Dontari Poe was the lead run stopper, at least that was the plan, on the NFL's worst run defense. Yeah, those guys don't have any interest. They might get signed, but no one was trading a draft pick for them. So get your votes in, Y for yes, N for no, and I will make this the pinned comment, as I mentioned on today's video. So you get that ad break, scroll on down, and get your votes in. All right, more defensive line talk here. I wanted to mention Justin Hamilton. Not great against Washington. I thought he played better against Arizona. He fits that more run-stopping mold. Offers a little bit of pass rush productivity as well. So it could make some sense for the Cowboys to play him more. I think he takes most of Dontari Poe's snaps in run-stopping situations. And I do think we'll continue to see even more than what we've been seeing of Neville Gallimore. Now, Gallimore, third-round pick out of Oklahoma. I liked him a lot. He's been okay. I mean, it's not a good defensive line. He hasn't had very many good matchups because there's no double teaming going on the rest of the interior of the defensive line. More reps are a good thing for him. He needed more playing time to grow and develop as a defensive lineman, so I don't mind this one at all. The problem for the Cowboys has been they did spend in free agency. They just did not spend very well. Jared McCoy comes in on a 3-year deal, blows out his quad. The Cowboys were aware that could be an issue, and then were able to avoid most of his contract. They cut him. Clinton Dix didn't even make the team. Maybe the Cowboys were right on that one or wrong because, well, I don't have much faith in this Cowboys front office and decision-making process right now when it comes to outside free agents. They haven't done a very good job. Dontari Poe Daryl Worley just cut today, and then Everson Griffin yesterday was dealt for a conditional 6th-round pick. The one defensive free agent you hit on was Aldon Smith, because you also had Maurice Canady, and he opted out. It was a disastrous, from a free agency perspective, off-season for the Cowboys. They missed on all of the guys they were trying to sign, and that's super disappointing. Now, we will continue to break down everything around the Dallas Cowboys every single day. Oftentimes, multiple times a day, we are once again giving you 2 videos in one day. That's what's going on right now. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe, because no one will keep you more updated on the Dallas Cowboys than we will right here at the Cowboys Report. All right, I want to get into some other brief news items here. Won't spend as much time on this one. Cooper Rush is set to rejoin the Dallas Cowboys because reasons, and because time is a flat circle. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, I get it on one hand. They're clearly just trying to fill a hole in the quarterback room. Andy Dalton is in concussion protocol. He knows the team, so there's some familiarity there. The plan here is he's set to sign with the Cowboys practice squad next week, pending, of course, passing a physical and going through all the COVID protocol stuff. Rush is just coming in because he's more familiar with the offense that wasn't drastically changed from what it was last year. So what they're doing is they're trying to get an emergency quarterback set up, because right now, you're not in good shape. Andy Dalton, as we mentioned, is currently in concussion protocol. Not a good thing, of course, because he's not had a great year when he's been healthy. Ben DiNucci, Nucci season, SCN is about to start for the Cowboys. Garrett Gilbert is quarterback 3, so you might as well try and get a 4th quarterback on that roster just in case. Ideally, Cooper Rush never gets promoted to the practice squad. But with the way the injuries have gone this year, hey, I'll say that anything is possible. Now, the Cowboys season is lost. It's over. It has not gone according to plan. So I want you guys to predict the Cowboys' record this year. Are they going to stick with 2 wins the entire way? Is it going to be 3 wins? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I was super optimistic at the beginning of this year. I have lost a massive amount of confidence, but get your votes in and predict that Cowboys record. Kind of a more rumor item here, but I did want to get to it. Interesting. Xavier Woods was not at practice today, Wednesday, for the Dallas Cowboys due to non-injury reasons. And the massive amounts of speculation so far have been, that means he's getting traded. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but we went through our trade candidates video just a little bit ago, or I should say earlier today. I put Xavier Woods on there. If you can get something for him, If you can find a day 3 pick, maybe it's a 5th rounder. Wouldn't mind a 6th rounder if we're being honest. Even though Woods is your best safety, I mean, the season's over. You're not winning. So at that point, I would not mind doing this if I were the Dallas Cowboys. I think it could work out for them. I think it might allow them to have some success. That way, all they have to do is just move on when the season's over. Because, look, Woods is a free agent, so he might not be the guy for you. He truly might not be. And if that's the case, it's okay. And if you can get a draft pick for him, I'm intrigued by it. I don't know if it's going to happen. I wanted to bring up the speculation that I've seen out there because it is certainly intriguing. I just don't know if it's truly the outcome that the Dallas Cowboys are about to face. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.